So let's add the finishing touches to this galaxy reindeer. The first thing to do, if you sprinkled any salt, is to rub the salt off with your finger. Sometimes the salt gets really stuck. Like I have some pieces here that really don't want to come off. I'm probably just going to leave them. If you used masking fluid, you could take the masking fluid off now by pushing on it with your finger. I decided I'm going to add a couple strings of Christmas lights across this, across these antlers. I'm also going to add some little white dots around to look like stars. If you wanted to, you could add a face to your reindeer. That might look sweet. So the first thing I'm gonna do is use a pencil and try and decide where I want the lights to go. I think I'm gonna go from this side across to here and maybe all the way over to this big antler, and then I'll pretend they wrap around the antler and come down this way. If you didn't want to do lights, it could be cute to just have a couple ornaments hanging down off of a couple of these antler tips. Okay, and maybe it wraps around this one and then comes over, maybe over to here. Okay, so I'm gonna paint that first so it has a chance to dry a little bit. I'm gonna make that I think I'll make the wire kind of a greenish brown. Actually, you know what? Maybe it would be fun to keep it in the galaxy colors. I think I'll do that. I think I'll make it kind of a dark blue. Just a thin line for the lights to hang from. Now maybe you don't want to do this part. Maybe you want to just finish the reindeer and be done. Or maybe it would be fun to get a different piece of paper and put Christmas lights going across it like this. Maybe there's no reindeer on the page, but you just have some crisscrossing strings of lights. Or you could paint a triangle to be kind of a hint of a Christmas tree shape and put some lights crisscrossing around it. So many choices. Okay, so I made my strings go behind some antlers and in front of some. That's a detail that probably doesn't matter too much, but it's up to you if you want to do it. Okay. So I'm going to let that dry just a little bit. And in the meantime, get a lot of white on my brush. And just going to start dabbing, doing some little white dots here and there. Little clusters of stars or snowflakes or whatever you want. Okay. Now let's do some lights. I think I'll take a little bit of black. Still have some black up here. Just gonna choose the places the lights are gonna attach. So just make some little, short little dashes and spread them out all the way along. And while you're doing that, you could think about what color lights you want to have. And will they be pointy lights or will they be round? These are the decisions I'm trying to make right now, too. Okay, now I know where the lights will be. I think my lights are going to be kind of an oval shape. And they're going to be pretty small. And I'm going to make mine turquoise and magenta and this dark purple. So I'm going to start by putting some turquoise ones on. I'm just going to choose a few places. And mine, I need more water. Mine are going to be kind of small, I think. Kind of like that. So I'm just going to alternate. So I have some turquoise and then I'll save room for some other colors to go in between. I'm going to move on to this dark bluish purple. Trying to put one pretty close to each turquoise. That way I know that I have the colors spread out a little bit. Now, how many do I have left that I need to paint? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. And if I paint all of those magenta, that would be quite a lot of magenta because how many turquoise do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I have 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm just gonna do one more of this color and that'll leave 7 left for magenta and I can just paint them all magenta. And then my plan is to use a little bit of yellow and make some little like brightness marks coming off the light bulbs. So magenta right here. It's kind of like a bright purple. There. Now for some yellow. I haven't used yellow in a few days, so I'm going to use this brush to get it wet. and try and loosen some color out from the side. There. And now with my little brush, I'm gonna try this. Just like a couple little dashes coming off some of the bulbs. Might help to make it clear that they're lights. You could put them on all of the bulbs if you want. You could also use a colored pencil for this, or a thin Sharpie or a thin marker. I think a metallic, like a gold, would be fun for this too. Okay. I'm gonna stop there. I think there's my Galaxy Ranger with Galaxy Christmas lights.